Okay, let's just unbox everything here and get started. So, you have a transmitter. Here's your drone. Right, and here's your batteries. Here's the charger. Adapter, and charge cord. Okay. And these are your propeller guards right here. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is charge the batteries. So here's your charger. So let's go ahead and plug this in. So we'll connect this, connect your little adapter here. Let's plug this in. Okay, so here's your two batteries. You noticed they're battery December 2024A and then battery 2024B. That's just so we can keep track of how they do the performance. So notice when no battery's plugged in, you just have the red light in the middle on. And these other two are extinguished out here. So I'm going to plug this into here. And you notice this one starts flashing. That means it's charging. Flashing means charging. If it's lit steadily, means it's fully charged. One thing I want to caution you about is, well, what is steadily? You know, how long does it have to remain steadily lit before you can say it's fully charged? Well, I know. See this one over here? Look how long it's staying on compared to this one. But it's still going out. See? That means it's still charging. I remember when one of these lights, one of these green lights, stayed green for like 10 seconds, and I thought, oh, it must be charged, and I went to take it away and it went out. So it seems like the charge rate is a function of how fast the blink frequency is. So anyway, just be aware of that. So I would probably stare at that thing at least 10 seconds to make sure, yes, the light is green, it's not going out before you say it's fully charged. So anyway, that's how you charge it up. And I actually flew these down to 2 bars. So I'll explain that a little bit here. Let me see. Okay, so let's say the battery's charged. Now we're going to install. How do we install the battery in the drone? Okay. So what we'll do is let's fold these out. It tells you right here. Unfold these arms here. So this is the front of the drone right here with the little camera. This is the rear where the batteries go in. And so it tells you here how to unfold these. So you basically unfold these. And then this. Okay, there we go. And you take your battery, and notice there's a little push button here that catches it, and there's a little opening here. Well, that's what the little catch here engages with right here. So you put it in like that. Okay, so this is the top of the drone, this is the front, this is the rear, and there's the bottom of the drone. So you can see. Now all I'm going to do is push this in, and it's going to click. Just so you know, take it out. What I've done is I just kind of put the drone here so I can press on this like that and lift it straight out. Because if I don't do that, it's hard to get out. See, if I do it, it's easier. So here, do it again. Actually, like this. See, it's easy. So anyway, that's an easy way to get it out. So here's the front of the drone right now. There's the rear. The other thing is, Okay, so now we want to install the prop guards. So on these prop guards, and I've used them, and I'm so glad I installed them because I would have really busted these props up. Notice right here there's an abbreviation on each guard. This one says RR. I don't know if you can see that. Let me look here to help see if I can see it too. No. Where? Let me see. There it is. You can kind of see it there. There. So this one says RR, so right rear. RF, right front. So here's the rear. So this is the right side, because this is the front, so this is the right side. This is right front, so that would go there. This is left front. So this would go here. And this is right rear. So actually, this is actually, where's my rear? Oh, here it is. And this one is left rear. So I'll turn it around. Right rear, left rear. There it is. Make sure it says right rear. It does. So anyway, you take these and you just sit them in here like this, underneath. And this little thing clips over. Same with this. See how it clips right here? Clips down, left rear. So you just put this under here. And then you clip this here. This goes here. This one goes here. And these work really good. I'm so glad I have them. So next, okay, phone preparation. So this was really fighting us, if you remember. But I don't know if it's a trick, but it sure is an easy way of doing this. So phone preparation. Turn on your phone. This is the phone we're going to use to fly this, let's say, to help fly it. First thing we want to do is we want to make sure it's in airplane mode. So airplane mode right here. Okay, it's in airplane mode. We want to make sure Bluetooth's off. Bluetooth's off. And we want to make sure, see, Wi-Fi's off. We want to make sure Wi-Fi is on. So airplane mode, Bluetooth off, Wi-Fi on. Notice it's connecting to my house. That's okay. All right, we're good here. All right, so we just leave that there. Next, go to settings and click on Wi-Fi to view the available networks. So now we want to go down here and hit settings and say, all right, what are the available networks we could connect to? Well, we're going to be connecting to that drone, and that drone creates its own network once we pair it with the transmitter, and that's what we're going to do next. But before that, just want to say, all right, what are the connections out there? I'm going to hit connections. Now look, Wi-Fi, I'm going to hit Wi-Fi. Now look, it's connected to my house, right? But then there's other networks that it sees. Now notice the drone's not on there. If it was, it would say Holy Stone. Now let's see. Can you see that right here? Right here, see? Now, what we want to do next, we want to pair the drone to the transmitter. So here's what we do. See that little lock button? Let me get behind here so I can make sure I'm showing you. There's a little lock button here, and there's your switch, your power switch, right here. Gosh, I thought you could see it better. Yeah. Maybe, I'm sorry. There, you can kind of see it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this button in. I'm holding that in. Now I'm going to slide this power switch. Watch what happens. See it? These lines going up? It's trying to communicate with the drone, but the drone's off. Now watch. Next thing you do is this top button right here. Make sure the drone is on a flat surface, and you press and hold that button. Now watch what happens. Hear it? Now let go. It just made a noise. Now that's flashing. That green light was flashing. Now look. Let me turn the lights off so you can see. Notice the green isn't flashing, the red isn't flashing. The red is on the front of the drone, the green is on the rear. There's the front, there's the rear. So notice here, these lights are steadily lit. There they are. Now, let's look at our network. Look what we see. It says Holy Stone right here. So I'm going to click on it. You see Holy Stone? Watch. I'm going to click. Now watch what happens up top. It says Holy Stone, checking your quality of your internet connection, not secured. You wait for it to change. It's going to say Connected, there it is. Connected without internet, not secured. That means we're good. So I'm going to go out of there. All right. Now, open the Ophelia Go app. Remember that Ophelia Go app. Now watch, I'm going to click on it. Here it goes. Now, make sure your phone's oriented this way. If it's not, you don't see anything at the bottom to click on. Now you do. You want to hold it like this and click Enter Device. When you click Enter Device, now you can turn it this way. Look what it wants us to do. We already did that. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Mount the phone. Okay. Well, look, I'm going to hit the X. Okay. I'm going to hit this little X here. There it is. We're looking at what the drone is seeing through its camera. We're going to mount this camera on here now. I'm going to pull this out. Have these angled back. Just like this. You pull this out. Remember that? You taught me about that. You figured that one out. Here. Now our phone will be mounted here. All right. There's our phone. And then now it's mounted. Now I'm going to calibrate. Okay, now look at this. I put them in the bottom right corner. It says geomagnetic calibration. It says place drone horizontally and rotate it 360 horizontally about 3 circles. Now, notice horizontally is shown there, right? Now, watch this. I'm going to spin it. I'm going to show you this while I'm spinning it. Let me see. Can you see that? Yes. Watch. It's going to change in a minute. Does it change? It says, oh, there it is. Look at that. All right. So now I'm going to, there it is. It says, place the drone head up. Rotate it 360-degree vertically. There we go. Now you can see that. So it automatically switched on its own, which is good. So now I'm going to go like this. Look. Just go vertically like this. Look. And then the little indicator goes out. See? Goes out. That means we're done. So now I'm going to put it back flat on the ground. There's the screen. Notice the green bar, it says connected. Okay, now it says calibration's done. Pre-flight checks. GPS. I'm going to bring this over here. GPS. Notice down here it says, what does that say? It says GPS on, right? We want to make sure that it's on if we're outdoor flying. If we're indoor flying, then it's off. So to make it turn off, there's a little button right here on the side, right here, right there. Watch, I'm going to pull it down. See it change? Now it says off. Now I'm going to push the button up. This button is what I'm pushing here. Watch. Push it up. GPS on. So I'm going to have it on. Next thing I want to do. Okay, you know what? Hear that noise? That means I took long. I took longer. This thing was waiting to fly, and I took too long. See, it says not connected. Well, what it's wanting me to do is this. Notice these things right here are not connected to the drone. So we're going to reconnect to the drone. What we're going to do is I'm going to push this button in. Watch. Press and hold. There we go. Right? Now, the other thing. Notice it says not connected up here. Well, we're going to reconnect it. We're going to press this. I'm going to pull down. Well, actually, go to settings. Remember this where we looked for connections? Wi-Fi connections. Look, it connected my house again. It's okay. We want to connect to the drone. The drone will pop up here. When we connect to the drone, we'll have, there it is. We're going to connect to the drone. Connecting, checking the quality, and then it should say connected without internet. There it is. Now we're going to go here. Go back to our Ophelia app. It should turn green, and there it is. It's green. Okay, so that's good. It timed out, so you could see what would happen if you were waiting. We did that outdoor. Okay, now So we just talked about how to switch the GPS, right? To off and on. Notice 19, that means there's 19 satellites this thing's connected to. Or the drone's connected to. That can sometimes say 7 or 6 or 5. Make sure that number is greater than 7, or it's not real reliable. It doesn't have the accuracy in positioning with GPS, so you'd want to choose another location, or don't fly it until you have a number that's greater than 7 here. The other thing you want to make sure of is right here. Notice it says high. Well, that means it's very responsive. It's on like high rates. Remember dual rates, high rates, low rates? Right now it'll be very responsive if we flew it. So to prevent it from being very responsive, I'm going to push this button in right up here at the very top. Watch, I'll press it in and hold it. Watch it change. There it is, low. So if it's not, and notice it says photography mode and video mode. That means you're going to have stable videos. I'm going to put it in low, but if it's windy, you're going to have to put it in high, or you won't have enough control to overcome the wind. All right, next. Let's see, low rates. We said all about that. Return to home. Just remember this, that wherever you take off from, if you get in a panic or whatever, you got to come back home. You push this button right here. And I'll explain that once I get through here a little more. So these are just some key reminders. The other thing is, if your battery level drops below a certain amount, and I've seen where this is showing the battery level of the drone is actually 3 bars instead of 2 bars, or instead of 4 bars. If it goes to 2 bars, you'll start getting an alarm that the battery level is low. Let's say visually here, you'll see it go to 2. If you keep flying it, it will automatically land. It'll do an automatic land. It'll come back home. But the problem is it's going to go up. Maybe not a problem, but there are some problems that can occur. So what I would do is when you see these bars go to 2, you land it. You come back and you land it. Also, this is another pre-flight check. So you want 4 bars here right before you take off. If you're starting a flight for the first time, you want 4 bars here also. This is the transmitter battery. So if you got 3, it might be time to replace the batteries here, or maybe you could go down to 2. I'm not sure if that would be safe. Mode 2 is what you want to see also. That means the throttle is over here. If it was mode 1, the throttle would be over here. So you want mode 2. And let's see what's next. Now, camera settings. This is the last. So anyway, the other thing is you want to make sure your camera settings are correct, or what you want. I got it on 4K. You can click here and say, this is 1080p, but this is 4K, so you get better resolution, but it uses up more memory. It's okay if you got the right memory card, and you do in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this back on. I should have went like this. Okay. So we're done our pre-flight checks. All right, so we're ready to fly. So what we're going to do is now to fly it, we're going to press and hold this button. Watch what happens. Let's see I don't tear nothing up. There it is. Right? Now if I'm going to fly this thing, I can fly it right now. Whoa, I don't want to do that yet. Here, let me put it down. Now see, notice I have the prop guards on. It didn't hit anything. Right? But it would have hit these batteries. See, that's why, just trying to show you. Prop guards are great. But anyway, that's how you fly it. And all this is just saying, please note, this is a little message here. Please note the minimum satellites is 7 and we have 19. So it's just a little reminder. But while you're flying, you'll be viewing whatever it is, the camera's looking at on the screen. If you want to take a video, you hit this button here, that red button. Now it was a circle, now it just turned into a square because I hit it. And you can look here, watch. I'll just show you. Let me do this. See if I can do this. So make pretend we're flying around. Look, I'll go like this. Now I'm aiming it over there. I'm aiming it over here at me. Up in the ceiling, all around. So that's basically what you can do with the video. Also, I'll show you this. Watch the front of this. And I'll use this little dial right here, and I'll rotate it this way toward the camera, toward me. I'll turn my finger. Watch. I'm going to go just like this. I'm going to rotate it. Ready? And rotate it this way. Watch. Look how I can just bump it. See it? Now I'm aimed at the table. Now, let's look at this. Here's what it did. I'm going to push it the other way. Watch the front change. See it? See that? Look. Ready? Watch. I'm gonna pull it back right here. I'm gonna pull it away like this. Watch what it does. I'm just gonna rotate it. Here it goes. See it? Now it's aimed down. See where it's aimed? Aimed down. It's hard to see right here, but it's aimed down there. So now I'm gonna aim it the other way. See, horizontal? That's aimed horizontal. All right, let me turn that video off here. And then if you want to take a picture, you can just hit this white button. There it goes. See? It says TF photo. TF means the little memory card that's in the drone. That's where the photo is going. So when you want to stop flying, remember, if you want to fly again, we're talking and all. If this thing doesn't time out, we can just press this again. Watch. It's ready to fly again. All right. You say, hey, I'm done flying, right? What do? So you just come over here and press and hold this button and watch. The lights will go out. They flash. They go out. Then this starts beeping because it says, hey, I'm not communicating with that anymore, that drone. And you can just turn it off. And you notice, of course, when the drone turns off, it doesn't send out its Wi-Fi signal anymore. And that's why this went red. So then when you're done flying, you can just, exit out of here, exit out here, and then you just want to put your phone back the way it was, right? So then you can go over here and just say, turn your airplane mode off, and then you'll see your everything come back to normal. Your Bluetooth, you can turn it back on if you need to, and then there's your Wi-Fi. Make sure you turn that on, and you're all done.